All right, let's jump right into a question that's a real head-scratcher. It gets to the very core of what it even means to be.
I mean, really think about that for a second. We're so used to seeing existence through action, right? Through movement, through some kind of effect on the world. So if something just sits there and does absolutely nothing, how can you even say it is there? It's one of those questions that kind of gets under your skin.
So if you're feeling a bit tangled up by that, don't worry, you're not alone. It totally feels like a paradox. But trust me, by the end of this, we're going to unravel this whole thing.
Okay, so what's at the root of this confusion? Well, it turns out the problem isn't really with reality, it's with us. It's this built-in assumption we all have, this bias for action.
And this, right here, is the key. We are just hardwired to notice things that are doing something. We see the action, we see the effect, and our brains go, aha, proof of existence. But what if that's only looking at half of the picture?
Yeah, this really shows our bias in action. I mean, look at a shining star. Its existence is totally obvious, right? It's blasting out light and heat. But what about something like a cooled ember? Maybe a dead star. It's not shining, but it's still there. It's immense gravity bending space itself. That's a kind of hidden existence. Or think about a song. You know it exists when it's being played. But what about when it's just silence? Does the song stop existing? No way. The potential to be played is still there, just waiting.
All right, to really crack this puzzle wide open, we need a new way to think about existence. And for that, we're going to reach back into a classic philosophical toolkit. Let's talk about potential versus actual.
Yep, you heard that right. We're going way back, more than 2,000 years actually, because the ancient philosopher Aristotle, he wrestled with this very same question. And he came up with these two amazing concepts that just slice right through the confusion: potentiality and actuality.
So first up, potentiality. The easiest way to think about this is it's everything a thing could be. It's all the possibilities packed inside it. And it's not just some vague, dreamy idea. It's a real, latent force, just waiting in the wings. Think of it like a silent blueprint for a building that hasn't been built yet. The blueprint exists, right?
Then, on the flip side, you've got actuality. This is the moment that potential finally steps out onto the stage. It's the blueprint becoming the actual building. It's the what-if turning into the what-is. Actuality is what our action-biased brains can easily see. It's the thing being expressed right here and right now.
And these examples just make it so clear. A seed, just sitting in your hand, that's pure potential. When it sprouts, that's its actuality. A guitar, in its case, has the potential for music. When you play it, you make that music actual. Even a memory, it exists inside you, totally silent, a potential, until the moment you recall it, and poof, you bring it into actuality.
Now, what's really fascinating is that this idea, potential versus actual, isn't just some old Greek thing. It's so fundamental it pops up elsewhere. Let's look at this through a different lens, a more poetic one, from the Areta Quina philosophy.
Yeah, the Arcana tradition is all about natural force and resonance, and they explore this exact same duality, but not as some dry academic concept. For them, it's a living, breathing part of how the universe works, and they have these beautiful words for it.
They call them Nikia and Kasor. Nikia is like softness, latent force, pure possibility. It lines up perfectly with Aristotle's potentiality. And Kasor? That's its opposite: strength, expressed force, actuality. And the cool part is, in Arikana thought, something can just exist in that state of Nikia, of softness, forever. And its existence is just as real, just as valid as when it finally bursts out as Kasor.
And they take it even a step further with this gorgeous concept they call silent resonance. The idea is that even when something is just pure potential, it still has an energy, a presence. Just because it's not moving or acting doesn't mean it's an empty void. It's there, resonating silently.
Okay, let's pull all these threads together. We've talked about our bias for action, we've got potential versus actual. So what's the big takeaway? How do we answer our original question? Let's talk about existence beyond doing.
It's actually this simple. Think of it like this. Existence is the foundation. That's step one. It's the ground floor. And activity, that's just an expression built on top of it. That's step two. So a thing doesn't need to act to exist. It just needs to be. Acting is just one of the many costumes that existence can put on.
So the big takeaway is this: quiet existence is real. It's profoundly real. Think about something abstract, like the idea of justice. Does it stop existing just because nobody's in a courtroom? Of course not. Or what about a dream you have deep in your heart? Its existence isn't dependent on whether you're actively chasing it.
And that dormant neutron star we mentioned, silent, dark, but it's still bending the very fabric of space-time. Its existence is undeniable, no action required.
And I want to leave you with this quote from an Arekina sage that just wraps this all up so perfectly. It goes, "The moon still exists when hidden by clouds. Its light waits, not lost." The moon's existence doesn't depend on us seeing it, right? Its being is constant. The clouds, or a lack of action, they just change how it's expressed, not the fact that it's there.
So let's end by turning this whole idea inward, on ourselves. If all these things can exist in a state of silent potential, what about you? What music, what ideas, what strength is just existing inside you right now, waiting? Not to be created from scratch, but just for its moment to become actual. What's your silent resonance?